However, the Network of Civil Society for Economic Sustainability, NCSES, also made good its threat by embarking on a counter-protest to rally support for the policies of President Bola Tinubu. While the NLC, led by its president, Joe Ajero, commenced their protest from the Labour House, marching through the Ministry of Finance to the Federal Secretariat and ending at the National Assembly. The pro-government protesters commenced theirs from Unity Fountain and also marched to the National Assembly. Addressing journalists in Abuja, the convener of the group, Kabiru Matazo, said although the group respects the rights of NLC to legitimately and freely exercise and express themselves, it disagrees with their method. He said while the reasons NLC was protesting, including implementation of a new minimum wage, escalating hardship, insecurity, rising poverty, hyperinflation, and soaring prices of essential commodities are undeniably genuine, protests are not and would never be a viable solution. He urged the NLC to engage in a constructive dialogue with the government instead of grounding economic activities, exacerbating the issues, and further making life hard for the common man.
Meanwhile, the Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has joined the Nigeria Labour Congress and other civil society organizations in the peaceful protests for a better Nigeria. According to Governor Makinde, the message of the NLC and the CSOs in the state concerning the economic hardship in the country will be delivered to President Bola Tinubu. BCOS reporter Olamikosi Shola was there. His report.
At the Total Garden, Ibadan, Oyo State's Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, also joined the protesters.
I can be 100%, but I've listened to you and we've tried our best. I listened to NLC President this morning before I left the house. He said no state has paid the wage award. In Oyo State, please, I am begging you, this problem, it will be over. We had SAP riot in 1989 in this country. We know the end. What you want is bring everything that you think we can do in our state. Bring it to me. We will sit down, look at it, and act in the best interest of our state.
The governor also assured protesters of his support towards ensuring a better Nigeria. Governor Makinde said his administration, as a way of cushion the effect of the hardship, had since October rolled out different programs which include saver and payment of 25,000 naira wage awards. The governor, who is also the vice chairman, Nigeria Governors Forum, promised to pass across the message of NLC and CSOs to President Bola Tinubu.
I know there's hunger in the land, but the solution is still for us to pull together.
The NLC chairman in the state, Comrade Kayode Martins, and other labor union leaders appealed to federal government to find lasting solution to economic hardship facing the people of the country.
And calling on the federal government, one, to ensure that there's a complete reversal of the price of petrol to the price that it was before this regime took over. The price of food items that is on the high side in the market is also reduced, to a minimal level that can be affordable by mass of Nigerian working people. Lastly is the question of minimum wage. This government must speed up the process of ensuring that a new minimum wage is approved.
Wọ́n ti fọwọ́ lé àwọn tí ó jẹ́ lójú ẹlẹ́dì tí
tí àwọn ọlọ́wọ́ tí o bá ṣe ètò ọ̀fẹ́ àwọn olè lọ skul so àwọn sọ pé pípa wá kí ìjọba yìí kó wá ṣe nǹkan ní kíákíá ni gbàtẹ́ máa yọ ẹ̀kọ́ orí epo wọn ò ní di kọ́mítì láti yan ẹ̀kọ́ orí epo so nísìnyí èmi ò rò pé wọ́n ní kọ́mítì.
The protesters who gathered at NLC Secretariat down to Agodi Gate to Total Garden Ibadan with demand for better Nigeria. The peaceful protest, according to NLC in the state, continues tomorrow. Olamiposi Ishola, Business News.
In the meantime, a Labour veteran, Honorable Ibrahim Bolomoke, and a veteran rights activist, Comrade Moshood Erubami, have called on the labour unions and civil societies protesting against economic hardships across the country to look for a better alternative way of pressing home their demands. The two veterans made this call in Ibadan while featuring on the BCOS Current Affairs panel of eminent discussants on contemporary issues weekly live television program Matters Arising. The two veterans, while describing the Tinubu administration as a listening one, further appealed to the leadership of the Nigeria Labour Congress and the civil societies to put more efforts in seeking for negotiations with the federal government in tackling the economic hardships facing Nigerians. They speak further.
Everybody understands that they are considered a wage determining committee.
Yeah.
And NSC, TUC, they are a member of it. If you look at the condition of the negotiation, what they are doing there is wage determination is dependent on hardship. It is when they get there, they will not talk about the hardship as affect their workers. And they put into what they agree with. So if they now say, we are demonstrating, the question as a serious trade union is, what is the focus? Why this demonstration? The civil society and labor, they are one when it comes to the right of the people. And one of the basic rights is fundamental right to eat, to live a good life. These are things that are now brought labor and civil society together. Then you now understand that you mentioned the NSAS issue. When the NSAS issue, some of us when they have said it has no leader, it's difficult to take good directive. In this case, because labor has a structure that you can easily identify, it becomes the leader of this movement. The fear in it now is that labor must not lose its integrity.
40 of Nigerian 1999 Constitution as amended stipulates that you have freedom of, association and freedom of movement, and so they have all the constitutional right to protest, to create awareness around the issues that they are fighting on behalf of the people. Nobody is denying them that. But like the SR started without leadership, this one can be linked to the Nigerian Labour Congress. So you have somebody who is responsible that if things go bad, you can say, okay, the NLC chairman started it and all his other, colleagues. You can hold somebody, but you cannot determine from your house the extent that the struggle or the protest can take or can go to. Like the NSAS, when they started, demonstrating and destroying warehouses for fertilizers, thinking that it was packed with rice. So you won't be able to control them again.
Also, operatives of the Borno State Police Command today prevented members of the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC in the state from embarking on the nationwide protest against economic hardship in the country. Reports say the personnel of the Nigeria Police Force in their numbers mounted guards some meters to the road leading to the NLC house at the old GRA Maiduguri, while the State Commissioner of Police, Muhammad Lawal Yusuf, and other unit commanders laid siege to the entrance of the Labour House to ensure the workers do not join the nationwide protest. Expressing frustration over the stand of the police against the protest, the chairman of the NLC in Borno State, Comrade Yusuf Inowa, said until this morning the union had not concluded whether to embark on the peaceful rally, adding that the security agents were giving them difficult time to see how they can negotiate with them. Meanwhile, after arguments ensued between members of the organized labor and the leadership of the union, who insisted that the protest must hold, the protest was taken to about 100 meters from the NLC house when policemen halted them from moving further.
We'll now bring you commercials.
mo ti ní tẹ́lẹ̀ kì í ṣogún ìní o tí o bá ní ìlà Glo kankan tí ò tí ì sopọ̀ mọ́ NIN rẹ àǹfààní ìkẹyìn rèé fún ọ láti sopọ̀ kí wọ́n bá bàa di ìlà rẹ. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o àjọ Nigerian Communication Commission NCC ti sọ pé tí o bá tí ì so NIN rẹ pọ̀ mọ́ ìlà Glo rẹ wọ́n máa di ìlà rẹ ni o sì ní ìkànsíra ẹni mọ́ o ní lè ṣe okòwò ọjà rẹ lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ rẹ o ní lè pè tàbí gba ìpè ṣe àtẹ̀ránṣẹ́ tàbí ṣíṣe àyẹ̀wò iye tó kù nínú àpò ìkówósí rẹ torí náà má jẹ́ kó já ẹ kúrò tẹ *996# báyìí tàbí kí o rìn lọ sí ibùsọ̀ Glo tàbí ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn aṣojú tí ń ṣe ìforúkọsílẹ̀ síìmù tí ó bá súnmọ́ ọ láti so NIN rẹ pọ̀ mọ́ ìlà Glo rẹ kí o sì wà digbí lórí ìlà rẹ títí láé tí o bá sì ní NIN kàn lọ sí ọ́fíìsì NIMC nítòsí rẹ láti ṣètò tiẹ̀ rántí ọ̀fẹ́ ní ìforúkọsílẹ̀ síìmù o.
Glo Unlimited.
You're welcome back. In Delta State, members of the Nigerian Labour Congress took to the streets to protest against economic hardship. During the protest, the workers demanded from the governor the whereabouts of their palliative from the federal government. The protest started around 9 a.m. amidst tight security. Despite the tight security, there was free movement of vehicles, even as banks, markets, and other business activities were in full operation without disturbance. The NLC Deputy Chairman, Comrade Ziko Okude, who led the protest, said the protest was to press their demand following the hardship facing the people in the state. The Labour urged Oborere to put mechanisms in place to address the workers' situation and should not wait for the federal government. Addressing the protesters, the Secretary to the state government, Kingsley Emo, assured the workers that their message will be conveyed to the governor.
The Federal Executive Council, FEC, has approved the full implementation of the Stephen Oronsaye panel report to merge some parastatals, agencies, and some commissions, while others will be subsumed, scrapped, or relocated. The decision was made at the FEC meeting chaired by President Bola Tinubu yesterday. This, according to the Special Advisor to the President on Policy Coordination, Hadiza Bala Husman, is in line with the need to reduce cost of governance and streamline efficiency across the governance value chain. To ensure the implementation of the proposed changes, FEC set up an 8-man committee with the mandate to implement the mergers, scrappings, and relocations within 12 weeks. The committee comprised Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Head of the Civil Service, Attorney General and Justice Minister, Budget and Planning Minister, DG Bureau of Public Service Reform, Special Advisor to the President on Policy Coordination, Special Assistant to the President on National Assembly, while the Cabinet Affairs Office will serve as the Secretariat. FEC also received a report from the Interministerial Panel set up to review the affairs of the National Social Investment Program. The Council further approved the immediate restart of the direct payments to 12 million households, comprising 60 million Nigerians with key provisos.
This broadcast of Newscope comes to you from the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State, Ibadan. The Oyo State Governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, has commended the tenacity of former military governor of Oyo State, retired Major General Oladayo Popola. He said that the former military governor was instrumental to the sole ownership of the Ladoke Akintola University, Ogbomoso, by the Oyo State government. Governor Makinde revealed this at the 80th birthday Thanksgiving service of the former military governor at the Vine Branch Church, Mokola, Ibadan. Staff reporter Dupe Feintola was at the Thanksgiving service. The details.
The 16th President of America, the legendary Abraham Lincoln, once said, "It is not the years in your life that count, but the life in your years." Apparently, the statement underscores the need for a man to live a life of focus and accomplishment. When former military governor of Oyo and Ogun State, General Oladayopopola, clocked 80 on Monday, it was not surprising that drums were rolled out to celebrate a man of unrivaled impact and achievement in a country where life expectancy for the male is 47 and that of female is put at 52. The number one citizen of Oyo State, Engineer Seyi Makinde, was not left out as he joined his counterpart in Ogun State, Governor Dapo Abiodun, who was represented by his deputy, 9-month Salako Yedele, and other well-wishers to celebrate the grace of God in the life of General Oladayopopola. Governor Makinde, who addressed the congregation, commended the celebrator for his contributions to the advancement of knowledge, technological and socio-economic development of the state, especially in the education sector.
You gave me quality advice. You didn't ask me anything personal. And when we were having challenges, the issue shown and LAUTECH, you came out boldly, sir. You fought and you and the team, you brought LAUTECH back to Oyo State.
In a sermon at the service, the senior pastor, Vinebank Church, Pastor Dr. Ajayi, said, "It is not about counting the years, but making the years count."
God haven't given you the grace to live to the 80s. God haven't given you the privilege and opportunity to experience these things in your lifetime. What should be your response? By every standard, General Oladayopopola, Doctor Honoris Causa, is a fulfilled man.
While recounting the story of his life, General Oladayopopola, who narrated how he had a close date with death during the Civil War, thanked God for keeping him till now.
I look back and I still continue to say, it is God's grace.
His wife of 49 years, Mavis Wopola, and children extol the virtues of the general.
I thank the Lord for his life. My husband is a gentleman and he's a soldier. He has been there for us, and I pray to the Lord that we will continue to see the favor of the Lord.
We thank God we are yet to celebrate his life of a disciplinarian, of a humble man, of a statesman. And I hope we all grow to be as old as him and accomplish as much as he has.
Dad, as someone who is very hardworking, keeps straight, and is very, very focused. And as a father, he's very, very caring. He loves all of us.
The church service had in attendance the representative of the Chief of Army Staff, Secretary to the State Government, Professor Adenike Adeyemo, the Chief of Staff, Honorable Segun Oguwuyi, State Head of Service, Mrs. Olubunmi Oni, and other top government functionaries. The minister in charge of the Vinebank Church, Pastor Shola Kolade, and his wife, Bridget Kolade, were also present. All done at the church, all roads led to the venue of the gala night, organized by the Nigerian Army, where the governor, Engineer Seyi Makinde, gifted the celebrant a new Toyota Land Cruiser Jeep. It was a moment of joy for the celebrant and family, as well wishers from far and near, including the GOC2 Division, Major General Bamidele Alabi, converged on the reception venue to celebrate the rave of the moment. The 2 Division musical band and the Nigerian Army band were on hand to thrill the audience. The event featured tributes, video presentations, and celebrators dance with his wife. A befitting birthday cake was also cut at the event to the admiration fall as the event went down. Dupe Feintola, BCS News.